Bette Midler getting ready for the Hocus Pocus sequel, a First Wives Club reunion. And now she's out with a new children's book, The Tale of the Mandarin Duck. Amy spoke to her all about it. Hey, Amy.
Hey, George. Yes, Bette Midler, a.k.a. the Divine Miss M, has given us so many paramount pop culture moments of our generation, from Beaches to Hocus Pocus. And now, yes, she's written a new children's book that is all about togetherness and the magic of New York City.
The Tale of the Mandarin Duck, a modern fable, was inspired by the real duck that mysteriously arrived in New York City's Central Park Pond in 2018.
Nobody knew whether he was a pet. No one knew whether he was a fugitive. No one knew where he came from. And he excited all this curiosity. I mean, he got tremendous coverage. It was actually kind of wonderful because it pulled the city together, and people ran up to the park in droves and were taking this picture, and I was just transported by him, mostly because of the way his face looked. He had a little glint in his eye, and he looked so incredibly curious.
What are you hoping, Bette, that adults and children alike take away from your story?
First of all, it's a love letter to New York. Before the pandemic, the city was full of people with cell phones, and you would bump into people on their cell phones. I did think it was a little bit nutty that people were not looking where they were going because they were missing so much. I was in the city during the 70s and the 80s, and I remember an entirely different city. I mean, I remember a city that was broke. I remember a city that was full of creative people and full of life and full of energy and full of joy, even though everybody was broke. And when the money came in, the big money came in, it just seemed as though the city was no longer, the birds, the rare birds were no longer there because they couldn't afford to be there. And so I guess it's a kind of a love letter to those people.
Wow. And then the Mandarin Duck brought that back in a special way and connected people in a way they hadn't been connected before.
Yes, exactly. Be who you are. Don't get on the treadmill of being homogenous. Don't do that. Don't try to be like everybody. Be who you are. Celebrate yourself.
And as fans celebrate the arrival of her new book, they're also eagerly awaiting the recently announced Hocus Pocus sequel coming to Disney+.
Now the witch is back!
They sent the script around, and we're really excited about it. We're up for it. Although I must say, the years have flown by, and I am 75, and I do believe I can fly.
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus!
I watched Hocus Pocus again during this pandemic, and just, I think, 2 weeks ago, I watched First Wives Club again.
That's all I ask of you.
I love that you are going to be back together with Diane Keaton, Goldie Hawn on a project called Family Jewels. What can you tell us about it? This is very exciting.
Well, that's something that's been in the works for a couple of years, but it is a reunion of sorts, and it's a comedy.
Call on Dolly Levi!
Before the pandemic, I took my mom to go see Hello, Dolly. You spoke to our Robin Roberts about coming back to Broadway, and you said, I think boredom is the worst thing in the whole world because the planet is so full of magic. Where is the magic these days, Bette?
I have to say outdoors. I mean, every plant, every leaf, every flower, every bird, every animal, every day I'm astonished by it. I mean, even an acorn. Oh my God, please.
I love it.
How did that happen? How'd they do that? Look at it. It's perfect. The proportions are perfect. The color is perfect. Look at these segments. How did they do that? It's much more beautiful than this.
Couldn't agree with you more. Bette Midler, it was such a joy talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Still making us laugh, still inspiring us. The Tale of the Mandarin Duck, a modern fable, is out today, George.
She is so much fun.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.